What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Not Paying Up podcast. I'm your host, Hood, with the co-host Ashley. How's everybody doing today?
Hey, hey.
Hey, I feel like we haven't been here in a while.
I
The
know.
headquarters, I feel like we haven't been here in a hot minute. I'm pretty sure it's been like a couple of weeks, but it feels like forever.
Yes.
Our last show was at the home of the M Embrace, and yeah, it wasn't quite the same.
No.
But here we are. We're back home. Ashley, what's going on? How was your week? How was your day? How's everything going?
Going good. Getting all that Christmas shopping done. Getting everything ready for the holidays.
Yeah, I went on this run today. I took this participated in this reindeer run down beachside, and yeah, needless to say, your boy didn't finish the race. I got a flat tire along the way there, so
But
yeah.
we're still proud of you
Hey,
nonetheless.
I still gave it a shot, and I was on pace to beat my last record too, so
Yeah.
a little bummed up about that, but whatever. Hey, the show must go on, right?
Yes, yes.
So yeah, so today I want to talk about what is the deal, man? Whatever happened to the good old days when you can just watch sports and people just
Be oblivious.
just I just don't
Social
understand.
media. That's why.
Social media has ruined everything, especially sports. Because hey, when you cheated back in the day, you couldn't get caught, right? Because there was no social media, there weren't no stitches around, man. But here we are. We got everything from the Pete Rose scandal, the point shaving. Earlier in the year, it was about the poker rigging, the working with the mafia. Soccer had some going on where it was like they were doing like I don't know, the bribery allegations and stuff like that. In the NBA, you've had coaches, you know, cheat, with staff members. We've had Bloodgate. There was something where someone faked an injury to prolong the game or something. I don't know. There's always something. Lance Armstrong, everybody remembers him, right? The cyclist.
Yep.
That was a big deal. What was he? He was shooting up, right? Was it steroids? What was he doing?
Yep. Steroids.
Whatever it was. Eminent Braces in the building. Hello, thanks for joining us. The Patriots. They had the Spygate where they were recording other teams' plays. The Bounty Gate in New Orleans where the coaches were paying their players that purposely hurt the opposing team, as quarterbacks or best players, running backs, get it and they get paid for it. I mean, it's everything. It's been everything. Everything. Again, recently with Michigan Wolverines, there was the sign stealing. They had an employee working for them that was stealing signs from opposing teams, memorizing them, and returning them back to the Michigan staff, whether they can use said plays, know what play was going to be, performed, etc. It was a whole ass thing. In fact, just recently, he was arrested. So I believe he's in jail currently. The head coach at the time, Jim Harbaugh, for the Michigan Wolverines, was suspended. Apparently, he had something he had knew about it, and just didn't say anything about it. Kept it on the hush. He is now the coach of the Los Angeles Chargers, so he's moved on. And then we have Sharon Moore, who was the replacement coach for the Michigan Wolverines, and he.
Hey, SVC 2022. Welcome.
Welcome, thank you. And so yeah, we have Sharon Moore. He replaced Jim Harbaugh in Michigan. Won the national championship in 2023, and yeah, now here we are. He got the job. Let me get comfy here.
Yeah, let's get into this.
This is some serious stuff right here. So Sharon Moore, gosh, I mean, he messed up, man. He got involved with a staff member. Is that right?
Oh, nice. Love it. Welcome.
Yes, he got involved with a female staff member. I wasn't sure her rank at the time of when she worked for Michigan, but it was in 2023, 2024 where her salary, she was only making $58,000 a year. And then next thing you know, in the following year in 2025, it jumped to $99,000. Nobody really, thought anything about it. Didn't think it was a big deal or anything like that. And and it turns out she got this big promotion under the guidance of Sharon Moore. Well, long story short, I mean, it's pretty obvious. They were involved. In fact, they were involved for a couple years. So this has been going on for a long time. Sharon Moore is a married man. Um, Married in 2015, has 3 daughters with his wife. Yes, he messed up. He messed up. So he gets involved with his girl, and they're having this relationship low key. And then it turns out it didn't become any low key after that. After that, I guess they were just being very blunt about it. People around the campus were aware of it. So I just blows my mind. I don't know how his wife did not know about this. Maybe she did. I couldn't tell you, but they number of years they're having this relationship. He, for some odd reason, decides he wants to get a Plan B DoorDash to his office in Michigan at his job. DoorDash guy sees it, recognizes Coach, and I guess he or she went back and said something to someone.
Ooh.
Right. That's what was said. But turns out, after staff members found out about the cheating, they told Moore that he either had to replace her and put her in a different department within the campus, or fire her. So he went with the firing route. He thought maybe firing her would, get rid of, erase, or kind of just
Get
brush
rid
it
of
on
the
the rug.
problem.
No. Homegirl got very upset. I mean, who wouldn't? And she went to, to the campus heads, the suits, and told them everything, from when the affair started, where, how, whom, whatever. She spilled the beans.
She said I'm singing like a canary.
She did. She sang a pretty tune. They fired Sharon Moore. His wife claims that he was claiming he was suicidal. He's going to kill himself. He went crazy. I mean, my man just lost like $14 million and like a dream job at a one of the best schools. I mean, we're talking about the Michigan Wolverines. This is a big time school, big time campus, and he fucked it up. He fumbled the bag, and then he proceeds to. Well, I guess before he committed the crime, he was stalking her. I guess he was sending her messages saying that she had ruined his life, that his blood is on her hands, among other things, that he was going to kill her, he's going to kill himself.
Like a good narcissist.
And I mean, there's more to the story, but I mean, from what you know so far, I mean, this is wild. I mean, what do you think about this?
It is wild. And I mean, in any true narcissistic fashion, don't take any blame, put it all on the other person, avoid accountability. And I mean, he has all the classic textbook narcissistic traits happening.
Yeah, and he, God, man, he had it going. He really had it going.
You're a public figure.
Yeah.
Anything you do in the dark is going to come to light in some way, shape, or form, especially nowadays when social media, I mean, it's like 2 seconds. It's wild.
Yes.
But like in 2 seconds, you can be having coffee with somebody you're not supposed to be having coffee with, and unknowingly, because you are such a figurehead, in the sports world, you don't know the face of every single one of your fans, and there's a fan who knows you, but you don't know them while you're in this coffee shop doing dirty, snaps a picture, TMZ, gets a couple 100,000 off that photo, and, so when it really makes me think, between these athletes and these celebrities, what in the hell makes you think you're untouchable?
A crazed fan, a real fan, will memorize everything about said player, said coach.
Yeah.
I mean, where they live, like they find. That's why these
where
players,
they're gonna be,
like everything.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was like that location thing on the phone. Like, just like I never started using location until I started, dating you, and it's like it literally tells you everything from like where you're standing,
where in the apartment you're at.
like the kind of phone you're using, like everything. That's wild. So it goes back to this, like crazed fan. Michigan has a fan base like no other. Like they have some really like diehard fans, and homeboy just won him a national championship. So like they know who he is, and he's going around. He's being blunt about this, and he promotes her to executive assistant, his executive assistant, and again
Keep her
her
close.
right, keeping it close. Salary goes from 58,000, like I said, to 99,000 in just under a year. Like I'm surprised that alone didn't raise any eyebrows. But no,
Yeah.
it wasn't until they were blunt about their relationship on campus. It's you know what that reminds me. What was the show we started watching? This couple are having an affair. They're cheating with one
Love
another.
and Death.
Yes, and they're in a different part of town, and they're out and about in town. They're holding hands and they're having dinners. Like you're out and about. I'm not saying like they're like what the level of coaches where people don't recognize their faces, but that's just the type of shit that's like crazy.
And that's what I mean. You are a figurehead.
Right.
You are a well-known person. Your face is well known, but you don't know your fans. I'm sorry. There is no way for a celebrity, an athlete, a coach, anybody who is of that magnitude in the media to knowingly remember the face of every single one of their fans, especially when they've not met them. You're standing in an arena. You're standing on a field with hundreds of thousands of people.
Oh yeah.
There is no way for you to know. Doing something basic like going grocery shopping and not being recognized is impossible. And it goes right even down, not even just big
Indeed, it
figureheads.
is. Social media is the devil.
Yes, not even just big celebrities. There's people from TikTok now that have one video go viral, and suddenly there's people walking up to them. Oh, I saw you on TikTok. Oh, I know you from TikTok. No, you don't. It brings this brings the parasocial relationships that people have with celebrities and people on social media. That's alarming. And so why do you think having such a high profile, and I'm gonna call it high profile,
Oh, definitely.
affair,
Definitely.
that you weren't gonna get caught? And so then he did, in my mind, that untouchable, I'm not gonna get caught, and then what his behavior now, the way he's switching, he's a narcissist through and through.
Yeah, what's that saying? Money leads to power, and then power leads to more money, and then more money leads to more power, and stuff like that. So
It's just a never-ending cycle
Yeah.
of evil.
I mean, this is a big position. In fact, you know what? He's Sherman Moore. He's actually the first black head coach in Michigan history. So not only that, but now he's like kind of like not a good look, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Not a great look at all. Yeah. So he breaks into what's her name? Paige Shiver. Shiver? I'm sorry. Shiver. Paige Shiver. Since we're talking about Sherman Moore and we're using his name, let's go ahead and mention her name. This is not be, one-sided
All on him.
here.
Yeah.
Let's not be
She
one-sided
knew of his
here.
wife and his kids. She's just as guilty.
She made the bet as well, so laying it. Paige Shiver, executive assistant to Sherman Moore in Michigan. It's crazy. 32-year-old woman, daughter of a veteran Chicago Bear Scout, Jeff Shiver, which that's wild in itself because he's a big name in as far as scouting in the NFL. So there's that. Maybe that's what got her her foot in the door. Who knows? But that's a different story.
And then
Yeah, she admitted to the relationship. She didn't hold anything back. Homeboy, like I said, he broken into her house after his firing. Was blaming it on her, saying that she had ruined his life. He proceeded to go in her kitchen, grab a couple of butter knives, according to reports, and threaten her allegedly. He said he was gonna kill himself. Had her back against the wall, in her face. She said this is like the most terrified she's ever been in her life. Police show up. He hauls ass. He never hurts her. Puts the knives down, hauls ass, and then he goes to a church, and that's where he was arrested. He went to a church. I got big Christian man. I think gets arrested in the church, And he also admits to everything as well. He admits to the affair. 2 years. They were doing this dance for 2 years.
Isn't she currently pregnant with their love child?
Apparently,
So that plan B kind of went to waste, huh?
apparently that's why he ordered a plan B.
Yes, a butter knife.
Yeah.
A butter knife.
With 2 butter knives, in fact. He had not just one, he had
Gotta
2 of
double
them.
fist them.
Yeah, but yeah, he lost his cool. He has a clean record, never been in trouble before, coach, and yeah, it hit him. I mean, again, brother, you did this to yourself, man. Like you fucked up.
Yeah.
That big. I mean, there's no excuse for it at all. But I mean, he's on TV every weekend. Like, I mean, he's on primetime games. Like,
Yep.
it's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. But yes, Paige Shiver. Still works in Michigan. She didn't lose her job. What do you think about that?
She's just as guilty.
As far as I know, whenever you work for a school, a university, or a professional sports team, you messing around with the staff members is a big no-no in these
Yeah.
on these contracts.
I mean, even okay, let's dumb it down. Even working in a restaurant, and I've worked in many restaurants, I know that it is against the rules and it is terms for being fired having any kind of romantic relationships with staff, especially somebody who is in a boss status with unders. That is across the board. That's not just in sports or in contracts in films or whatever. That's an all around big no
Yeah.
everywhere, even for us, lower end people.
But obviously, no one likes to follow the rules. Rules are meant to be
No.
broken, apparently. So, yes, this actually happened recently in the NBA. I say his name wrong all the time. Ime Udoka. He was the former coach of the Boston Celtics. Married to Nia Long, y'all. Nia Long. Married to Nia Long. I'm gonna say that one more time. He was married to Nia Long, bro, and he cheated on her. Oh boy.
The grass is green where you water
Yeah,
it.
and he was cheating with his boss's wife, so he took it a step further. Yeah, he took it a step further. He was obviously fired from that position, but he's back in the NBA. He's now the head coach of the Houston Rockets. So hopefully, let's see if he keeps in his pants this time. So I hope I don't get in trouble for saying any of this.
We have the warnings up there for a reason.
I'm just saying, man, you're that big. And again with him, the Boston Celtics. That's a freaking big time freaking sports, like a sports team there. Like you hear the Boston Celtics, they go way back. But yeah,
Just checking to make sure our content classifications are still
make sure we're still good to go.
intact.
Yeah, make sure we're still good to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's insane. We just want to watch sports. We just want to watch sports, and there's always something, and it's never gonna end. And like you said, it's big as the sun now because of social media. As soon as you step out your door, there's cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
You know?
We talked about that earlier when it was like, what in the world is going on in the sports world? Why is all this stuff going on? And it wasn't like this back in the day. Well, it's because you can pick up your phone and boop, and then it's instantly uploaded within milliseconds. And back in the day, PR teams had ample amount of time when scandals like this happened to create a story, do a press conference, break it down easy, hush it, cover it up, and people were in that time, people were content with that. Now we're desensitized. Our brains are short attention spans. But at the same time, us being able to have instant access and PR teams not having a chance to create a cover story to soften the blow
Yeah.
of these scandals, and they're coming out one right after another. It was always happening. There was always Dennis Rodman. They had enough time to cover that one up, like,
It was a wild one.
yeah.
Wow.
Anything he did, anytime he did anything, they had time to create this
Yeah.
fluffy bunny cover story and soften the blow to the fans. Where now we're desensitized by movies, music, the scrolling. You can get on any social media app right now and see the violence that's going on around the world. So we're not as innocent minded like that. It's not being filtered through processes the way it was back in the day.
Yeah.
And so now the fans aren't letting this stuff go, and it's being dropped, and they're out for blood,
Yeah, it's a damn shame. And speaking of scandals and jammed up situations here, earlier we talked about, well, not earlier, but we had a podcast in the past where we talked about the point shaving and well, now there's been more arrests to that. Now they're arresting college basketball players. Two
Oh,
of them
shit.
specifically recently were just arrested for fixing the game. It's like, and it begs the question is like, when it comes to like the Super Bowl or like the NBA Finals or the World Series, whenever you have like these low budget squads, like, for instance, in baseball, right now the Chicago White Sox is a very bad baseball team. But if the Chicago White Sox were to make it as far as to like the World Series, do they really want the Chicago White Sox on TV for people to watch? No, they don't. They want the Los Angeles Dodgers. They want the New York Yankees. So do you think like within the camps, within the MLBs and the NFLs, do you think they're fixing games so they can have the Kansas Cities on there and they can have the fucking, these big teams, the Philadelphia Eagles? Because I believe so.
Yeah.
There was one year where it was like the Jacksonville Jaguars were one game away from the Super Bowl, and who were they playing? The New England Patriots and Tom Brady, right?
Yeah.
And here comes the officiating. I'm not saying the game was rigged. I'm not saying that. I make that very clear right now. But I am saying this. Some of those calls, a little questionable. And it favored the New England Patriots for what? For them to make it to the Super Bowl. Again. No, they don't want the Jacksonville Jaguars on there. That's just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Was I rooting for Jacksonville? Absolutely I was. Florida team. Not to mention, it's nice to see these teams you don't normally see there make it to these finals and these, championship games. Last season, the Oklahoma City Thunder made it to the championship game and won it. But I can guarantee you that nobody wanted them. No, they wanted the Lakers. They wanted the LeBron and Luka to be there and stuff like that. And I just think that I think I don't know how everybody else feels about it, but I mean, do you think they're rigging it from within, or do you think it's just one particular person? Do you think
I don't.
NBC or these channels? I don't want that team. I want this team to be in the finals. Like,
I don't know. That brings up some questions in my brain. I mean, it could be anybody. In all reality, it could be one person. It could be a whole network of people. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's more than just one person.
it's a damn shame. I mean, it really sucks for sports fans. Because now it's like, right now in college football, with this happening with with Michigan, this ain't Michigan's first fuck up this year. Earlier in the year, they had the sign stealing situation thing. They had a whole documentary on it on Netflix about it. Like that's still fresh. And then now this, it's crazy. In fact, Sharon Moore was on the coaching staff when homeboy was stealing those signs. Like, come on, man. Like, can we just play this damn sport? Can we just, it's like...
My mind, I'm just like...
Everything's rigged. These gambling sites are rigged.
Yeah, I did see that.
Otto and Billy can attest to this right here, but they always make their parlay bets, and they hit every single one, except for one who's half a point away. Come on, it's always half a point. Watch, ask them. They'll contest to this. It's always half a point where they lose by. Always. That's weird. It's like, but the sports gambling started telling you, oh, LeBron James is going to score 22 and a half points, right? So they have to get 23 points now. No, it's always right at 22. Everything, yeah. Everything is rigged. Yes. It's fucked up, man.
Yeah, we're in a gigantic virtual reality replay of Hunger Games. That's just my opinion. The Hunger Games was a documentary on what's currently happening.
You know, you're going to be probably disappointed in me when I tell you that.
That you've never seen the Hunger Games.
I've never seen the Hunger
Add
Games.
it to the list. You hear that, chat? On the record.
Tell me about it real quick. I know Jennifer Lawrence is in it, right?
It's essentially the high society goes into, you know, the average Joe's towns or districts. District 1, District 2, District 3. All the districts are ranked by job types, pretty much. Essentially, like the cultures and the job types and everything. And they pick one person from every district, and the higher ups place their bets, and they have their jolly parties watching from up above while the different districts fight to the death.
Oh, that reminds me of a movie I watched called The Hunt. It's a must watch, yeah. Like I said, you'd be very disappointed to know that I have not seen it. He does not.
There are quite a few. Not to get off topic, there are quite a few. Harry Potter, The Lord of the Rings, Hunger Games.
No, I watched the Lord of the Rings. There was 3 of them, right?
No. There's way more.
Okay, then it wasn't that one
and
that I watched.
And they spin off to like The Hobbit and all of those, The Hobbits, and quite a few.
I don't know. There's a lot of them. I know the books are better. I'd rather read the books. I hear the books are better, right?
I think that's with every franchise. The books are always better because you can create you can create the characters and the world in your own imagination. But when somebody else takes that film and says, nope, that character looks Divergent. Yep, Divergent. That's another one.
Is she in that one as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But essentially, when one person takes this literature and goes, no, your favorite character doesn't look like what you imagined. It's this person. For me, Twilight, Edward did not look like Robert Pattinson at all. Bella did not look like Kristen Stewart. So, the books, I'm always going to say books are better. J. Cruz. Yep, he's missing out. Hey, welcome. Look at you live.
Fam, you watched them? You watched them all as well?
Missing out.
But
I'm going to make him do a marathon.
Oh, man. Make sure you stretch. Make sure you stretch.
No, you a movie marathon.
But yeah, so it's very upsetting for a sports fan to see this. Like I said, right now we're in the middle of the college playoff. Now everybody's gonna be focused on this. God, what a mess. Mm-hmm. Everybody's gonna be focused on this now, not focusing on the games. Yes, movie marathon. Yeah, I bet you're down for that. What else? I mean, what else, right? What else is gonna, especially out of Michigan? What the hell's going on over there? The water sucks in Michigan. The football team's fucking up. Like, what the fuck, man?
That's so much.
I'm at the hall of my brother now. He was just over there. Tell me what the hell's going on in Michigan over here.
Must have been the wet fish.
Oh, man.
Must have been the wet fish.
By the way, happy birthday, Frank.
Yes,
Villain. Yo, man.
Birthday.
But this is crazy. So, Paige Shiver, Shiver, I keep saying Shiver, still has her job there. Is that fair? I mean...
No, I said that. No, she's just as guilty.
I mean, is it because... He had threatened her, went to her house and all that jazz, and then she snitched, or, I mean, I think they both should.
You want my honest opinion?
Of course.
She's a.
Oh God! Hold on.
Yeah.
You're gonna say it, aren't you?
She's a white woman. Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
She said it.
Yeah. That white privilege screaming.
I think it's
And
because
daddy's money.
I think it's because, well, first of all, he tried firing her, so of course that would upset anybody, especially when you're making 100 grand a year. So I think it's because she came clean and told him everything. Um, it's like taking a plea deal. You know, they're gonna take it easy on you. I mean, I'm just saying, man. You could be you could be right. You could be right, but I think she came clean, and I think him threatening her, obviously he messed up by doing that. He was better off with just taking the firing and and admitting to everything rather than threatening her. I mean, he banged her up. He knocked her up, I should say. So
Yeah.
there's a baby to worry about here now. My man's in jail.
I don't know. I love you're always a half glass, a glass half full, and I'm glass is empty. Like when it comes to things like this, she knew what she was doing. She knew he had a wife. She knew he had 3 kids. You know, she went after the money. She's now got for the rest of her life, or rest of the child's life. She's got a pretty penny there. She's got something to hold over his head there. I don't feel that she's innocent in this. Did he mess up? And did he pull a typical narcissistic move by threatening her and not taking accountability, displacing blame? He did it wrong. Had he had stepped back and been like, yeah, I messed up, and taken accountability, I think it still would have gone the same way. I mean, she's young, she's blonde, her dad's a well-known name. She knew what she was doing. She's not guilty in this, and I don't feel any bit of sympathy, empathy, or compassion for her or her circumstances. She knew what she was doing.
I'm just surprised of how long it went for. 2 years.
She is just as guilty. However, she doesn't deserve to be threatened. Exactly. I
Right.
agree that
Right.
I do agree to that. She doesn't, and I'm no way glorifying his behavior, in any way, shape, or form. But should she be able to chime in? Should she be able to keep her job and not have any real consequences to this? Meanwhile, this man loses his job, $14 million. He loses his family, and she suffers no consequences. Tell me how that's right.
Yeah, I think of the fact that they work for this, they work for the university. You're not supposed to be hooking up with your coworkers and stuff like that. That reason itself, I think, why they should have let her go as well. But yeah, he definitely shouldn't have, threatened her. He broke into her house, man. Yeah, he was charged with home invasion, stalking. Like I said, he was stalking and hitting her up, harassing her on the text messages, and breaking and entering, which are all misdemeanors.
No, that's an interesting perspective. Not at all. The only reason why they kept her is because she probably has dirt on them. That's an interesting perspective.
That's a good point.
She might know of other affairs going on or other stuff being done.
There's 100% affairs going
And
left
if
and
she's
right.
saying about them, she's saying like a canary about them. Who's to say she wouldn't sing about the other stuff?
And it makes a good point because, like I said, Michigan's been getting into a lot of trouble just this year alone, and they already got this bad rep, and they don't need any more gas added to the fire and stuff like that. So that's a good point right there.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? The truth always pokes this beautiful head out.
The light always comes. What's done in the dark always comes to light. That's the phrase I was looking for every single time. It doesn't matter, especially, like I said, when you are a big name. When you're a household name, you're not hiding anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the media tells it. Of all scandals going on, government, sports-wise, celebrity-wise, music artist-wise, shit, even TikTok. Some of their big creators, YouTubers.
Yeah.
There's Twitch streamers that have had, they've been big household names, and they do shit in the dirt, and it comes to light. You cannot be a big name and expect to go unnoticed or to be untouchable.
Yeah, I think it was a country music star. I'm not big on country, so excuse me because I don't know the name. Had recently had an old tweet resurface where he had made a racist slur, You follow?
Yep.
Who's his
I
name?
don't remember his name.
But it ruined his career, and it's like nobody's safe.
Nobody.
Nobody is safe.
They get the money, they get the fame, they get all the things, and they think they're untouchable until reality settles back in. And I'm sorry, I'm a big fan of the Humblings. Huge fan of the Humblings. Nobody is better than anybody else.
That's right.
You know, you're gonna cheat, you deserve to be caught. You're gonna gamble, you're gonna do dirt, you're gonna be a racist, you're gonna be homophobic, you're gonna be any of those things and be a big name, you deserve to be humbled.
Yeah, you know what? And in all this whole mess, we haven't mentioned her name, Kelly Moore, the wife of Sharon Moore.
She's the victim here.
She's the victim. She 3 daughters. I mean, I don't know the ages. I'd rather not mention that anyways. But regardless, man, like they just got married in 2015. You know, their dream job, just the dream life, like just taken away, just like that.
Yep.
And for what? What did she do wrong? Nothing. Just being a wife, just being a mother, just be it's a damn shame, man.
Yep.
It's a damn shame. Michigan, man, get your shit together. This is ridiculous, man. Like, when is it gonna stop? What's next? Who's gonna be the next school? What's gonna be the next jerk off that's gonna ruin sports, man? It's just gotta stop.
Who knows? Who knows?
In the NFL right now, the Dolphins scandal. Something's going on in Miami. They're not playing well. It's a big scandal there in the NFL. So something's got to stop there.
You can't do that.
Something's got to stop there.
No.
We got to investigate what's going on in Miami and see what the hell's going on over there.
Yeah, your team sucks.
Hey, let's not talk about team sucking. I don't want to upset nobody from Tampa Bay, but that right there, there's no excuse for that right there.
Listen, okay, Tampa Bay has been
relevant for a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
Miami has not.
The Bucs scandal more likely. Yeah, I know that's right.
Listen, as far as NFL goes, this season has been a little weird and hard to call all together.
For me, this season, it's the injuries. We've seen some big names go down with injury. That also is very disappointing right there. We got to fix that turf. I think a lot of us agree on that. Fix the turf, or to get rid of the turf. Let's fix that grass, that grassy area that they're playing on. Too many ACL tears, too many, this season especially, too many dislocated limbs.
Soft-ass players.
Stop it. Maybe the players out of Green Bay.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's how you're talking about?
Exactly. I mean, we got rid of one.
I think the Packers are going to do just fine. I think the Bucs are going to be just fine as well, Jose. I think you're going to be okay. But like I said, whatever happened to the good old days when we can just watch a game that's played down the line, It probably is never going to happen again. It's always going to be something happening.
It'll probably just get more intense with the way the world's going.
They'll just find they'll find another way to cheat. They'll find another way to sleep with that person. They'll find another way for this and for that.
This may be a hot take, but people should not be canceled for what they said on social media 10 years ago. Oh, that is very much a hot take.
I agree. Listen, nobody's perfect. We'll say and do things that, going forward, we don't, looking back at, very proud of. And, if you can change it, you would. Old tweets, some of them are pretty raunchy. Some of them are pretty, messed up. Kevin Hart had one come back and bite him in the ass. And it didn't derail his career because he's doing just fine, but it hurt him for a little while. And I agree, man. Like, we say shit, I've said some shit in the past that I wish I wouldn't have, on whatever social media I had at the time,
I agree to an extent. However, I think that there are well, it wasn't offensive back then.
Yeah.
Some things, yes, but however, I think if their name was big back then and people supported them, And now the new generations are like, yeah, no, fuck that. That's not okay. I really think the circumstances vary. I really do, because it depends on what was said. Like, I don't remember exactly. I'll be so frank with chat and everyone watching right now. I try not to pay much attention to the news. I try not to pay much attention to media drama or scandals or things like that. For me personally, it's just a preference to take care of my mental health, and not live in the negative world that is going on. So, I, in my opinion, I think it really depends on what was said. So I didn't.
So let me ask you this: so what's like something that could be said? You're hiring somebody, you look back and you see something that they had to you. You're like, all right, that's too much for me. I'm not gonna hire this person. What would that be? Like, kind of just.
If I okay, so I'm a nanny,
Sure.
and when they did my social media check, they literally went back 10 years on my social media to see, and I did have to explain a couple of posts I made 10 years ago. And they said, is that something that you're comfortable with deleting? And I said, absolutely. I'll delete it. It was a picture, a picture of me out with a couple of my girlfriends drinking. And I had a t-shirt on that said, she's a whore, with a finger pointing to my homegirl. And, that if a family that I was potentially going to go work for went through my social media and saw that, do you think that they're going to want me caring for their child?
Okay, well, let me ask you this then, because it's freaking baffling to me, because it's like, Chad, you can get in on this as well. Say if you're looking for a hire, you're looking for a nanny, or whatever it is. Are you more concerned about what someone posted 10 years ago, or are you more concerned about the crime they committed? Like, what are we looking, background checks? What are we looking for? Have you robbed before? Have you murdered before? Have you, broken in before? Or are you posting fucking pictures with you in a t-shirt or something like that? Like, what are you more worried about? You know what I'm saying?
Nowadays, the background, the social media checks are run just side by side with the background checks. So, you can have a clean record and then be one of the most offensive, racist, homophobic, shitty ass human beings and never. Words are hard sometimes.
Bleep, 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 bleep. That's all, folks.
And never committed a crime. So you can be a shitty person and post horrible shit online and never commit a crime. I think they're equal.
Well, I don't know what these people are looking for, because you're not gonna find the perfect person. You're not gonna 90% of the time you're gonna find people. I'm sorry. Less than 90, I should say. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. 10% of people, maybe, I don't know the accurate number, that you're gonna find where they're not gonna have a post where it's like offensive or something like that. Like, let's be real here. You know what I'm saying? Like, someone's got something that they did or said back in the day.
Yeah.
Every fucking body. I don't give a fuck who you are.
But again, when you are a celebrity and your name is a household name,
Yeah, you gotta be perfect.
You are held to a standard. Is it an appropriate standard? Not always, but that's something you sign up for. You and everything you do is going to be scrutinized by millions and millions of people you don't know.
Yeah, it's a damn shame.
That's what you sign up for.
Yep.
So, but if you're posting something 10 years ago that is wildly offensive,
I mean, if you're dropping like the N bombs and
Yep.
you're like, you're targeting, the homosexuals or whatever have you, yeah, okay, listen, like, take it easy, because you shouldn't. Who gives a shit what one person's reference or preference is? Like, you shouldn't attack that for whatever reason. But yeah, if it's something like that, or like I said, if you committed a serious crime, then that. But it's like, because you're wearing a shirt, or because like you took a photo and you were smoking a blunt or something. You know what I'm saying?
the
It's like,
world has always,
they're very sensitive. The world's
Always.
goddamn sensitive. We mentioned that in the last podcast.
yes, However, the world has always, as far back as any history can date, always judged a book by its character. Judge, yes.
Character
My,
by cover.
yeah, judged
Cover.
a book by its cover.
You said by its character.
Words are fucking hard tonight, people. 20 years ago, I was in my 20s. My mindset then is completely different than my mindset now.
That's
I
what I'm
totally
saying.
agree with
Yeah,
you.
100%.
I am so not the person I was 19 years ago. But at the same time, back then there wasn't as much accountability. You could say and do things and people
right.
didn't act as wildly. But like I said, the world has always judged a book by its cover. I mean, we can go back to the 1800s and do the whole Salem witch trials, right? That was literally looking at women or people who had property and going, "You're a witch.
Burn
You
her.
look like a witch.
Hang
Burn
her. Burn her.
Hang her. Drown him. Torture him." The world has always judged. It's just more prevalent now because of the media and the social media and the way our phones and we're connected and we're always turned on and, always scrolling.
Yeah. This is where we live in now. This is it.
Yep. My love, I do believe it's time for a little micro break.
Okay. We're going to take a short break, y'all. We're going to get right.
Yep.
And then when we come back, we're going to wrap this up.
Yeah. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
I love it.
Hi guys.
Welcome back. I don't know what happened there. The people behind the scenes, I don't know, maybe they just a little too much of Grandpa's old cough medicine. I don't know what's going on back there. But I'm going to have to go talk with them and figure that shit out right there, because we can't be having that bullshit on this podcast.
Says the king of bullshit. I like to tell him.
Oh, I love it.
His eyes are so full. His eyes are so brown.
Yeah.
He's full of shit.
Hey, so real quick, as y'all know, I know some of these knuckleheads here know, it's the fantasy football playoffs. I just want to throw out there that I did get the bye week. I'm very happy about that. I don't normally get these good picks, or this particular team that right here, a very good team. I'm very excited about it. So the playoffs start tomorrow. Jose is playing Billy. Who do you think's gonna win out of that one? I already got my pick.
Yeah?
Both of them are gonna lose. That's my pick right there. And then you got Akko playing Marcus.
Akko's winning that one.
Well, Marcus messed up, and Marcus, you messed up. You're leaving Kyle Pitts on the bench with his 46 points. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. But then again, you're probably one of a million people that probably bench Kyle Pitts because he's garbage. But we're gonna end it like this. So you guys, it would help us tremendously if you can help us with topics, or maybe some of the things you guys want to hear, or you guys want to talk with us about.
Yes.
That'd be very helpful.
Let us know on our social medias. They are linked in our bio. They're also below us on the screen. Just go ahead and chime in. Send us a DM, join our Discord, subscribe, all the fun things, and let us know what you want to hear.
Right, and don't hey, you guys don't forget, every Thursday night at 8:30, you got the Eben and Brace podcast hosted by Ashley and myself. Make sure to check those out. Follow, tell everybody about it. Hop in those chats. Anything else you want to let the people hear?
Lead into our closing. So please stick around. We do something on our channel called a raid, which gives us an opportunity to connect with other creators here on Twitch and build communities. This helps us survive, thrive, all the good things. It helps us get to know other creators, and other creators get to know us. This is how it all works, the networking. So please stick around. We're going to be rating a great friend of mine, Crunches, and she is doing a birthday subathon. So when you hop in her chat, please tell her happy, 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 happy birthday from the MPE podcast. And with that, we'll catch you next week.
Catch you in the flip, HNIC!